As YouTube continues to grow year over year, there has never been as much opportunity on this platform as there is right now. But there comes with that a lot of competition as well. So if you actually want to stand out from the competition and grow on YouTube month over month, then you really need to be on your A game. Here are some of the best things I learned about building a YouTube channel after getting millions and millions of views and getting hundreds of thousands of subscribers across my own channel and my clients' channels as well. First, you want to define your audience and make sure that you are actually providing value for them. You want to make sure that you can answer all of these questions above. Who do you make videos for? What's their average age? Where are they located? What other kind of interests do they have aside from what you talk about? The better understanding you have of your audience, the more value you can actually provide for them. And in this day and age, it's not enough to just make random vlogs about your life anymore, because as much as you might think your life is super cool, to be honest, if the viewer is not really gaining something in return for watching your videos, they're not going to watch it because there is an oversupply of content. As you start building your channel and talking to some of your followers, you'll realize that you are mainly going to attract people who are similar to you in terms of their interests, personality traits, and so on. So I found that one of the best ways to actually make sure that your content provides value to the people who subscribe to you is that you'll make videos for your past self. So you're going to talk about topics that you were struggling with in the past and you figured out a solution for. This way you're basically just sharing all the things that you are learning yourself and just passing that knowledge in your own way onto the next generation of people who are maybe a couple of steps behind you. In my opinion, you really want to focus on creating evergreen searchable videos instead of trying to go viral overnight. On YouTube, there are two main kind of videos: the SEO and evergreen kind of content, and also the viral style content. Evergreen content can be things like tutorials, reviews, how-tos, and really just anything that people actively search for in the search bar month over month. Viral style videos can be things like vlogs, stunts, pranks, and things of that nature. Now, the reason why I recommend focusing on creating evergreen style videos in the beginning is because you have a much better chance at actually ranking for one of these keywords and getting a small amount of views consistently day over day and slowly building up the momentum on that video until it starts taking off, versus trying to create something that is so engaging and so crazy that people will share it with all their friends and the YouTube algorithm just randomly picks it up and blows up your channel. Now, although there's a possibility that that can happen if you want to optimize for the highest chance of your channel actually growing month over month and you starting to make an income from it, I think evergreen videos and SEO based content is still the best way to go. I managed to build my own channel this way and build dozens of client channels this way as well. If you want to make sure that your content is going to be pushed by the YouTube algorithm and also show up in the search results, what you need to do is give YouTube what they want. The good thing is YouTube doesn't really hide it anymore what they value with their videos. At the moment, they are really valuing just two key factors in your statistics. One of them is your average watch time, and the second one is the click-through rate. So these are just the two key metrics that you need to focus on to make sure that you start making better and better videos that YouTube actually is going to promote to new audiences as well. So here's first how you can make sure that you have a good average watch duration. Ideally, you want to aim for at least 40-50%. Number one, engaging editing. You want to make sure that you hold people's attention well by adding a lot of different elements to it, like jump cuts, B-rolls, overlays, titles, sound effects. One thing that I really like is show don't tell, which is basically instead of trying to explain something to people, just show it to them with an image. Or if you are explaining something like I am doing right now, as you can tell, I'm putting extra effort into putting B-roll clips over this as well. So it's way more engaging instead of just watching my face throughout the whole video talking to you straight for 10 minutes. Now, when it comes to getting a good click-through rate on your videos, you want to have, in my opinion, around 5% for big videos and ideally over 10% click-through rate when you just first upload your video. Because naturally, as YouTube pushes out your content to more and more people, your click-through rate is going to go lower and lower. Your click-through rate really consists of thumbnail and title. So these are the two key factors to it. You want to make sure you have a good interesting title, which I'm going to be talking about later on in my channel on how to actually create. And you want to have a great thumbnail that is very clear and clickable. Couple tips for creating great thumbnails is, first one, include a person with emotion and a face on it, because people pay attention to emotions because of primal instincts. Second one, make the person's head big so people can clearly see the emotion and expression that they have on their face. Cut the person at around color level to show emotion, but also show the environment in the background if it's important to the video. Generally speaking, less is more. You don't want to have a thumbnail that has a ton of different characters, things, and words on it. Just have as little as possible to clearly get your point across, but still make it an interesting, thing. Use bold and easy to read fonts on your thumbnails. Don't put anything important in terms of text or anything like that in the bottom right corner, because the timestamp is going to block it out. Use colors for your text that makes it easy to read against its background. So these are just a couple of tips to start creating better thumbnails immediately. So make sure you apply these when you are creating your next one. Now here are a couple more things that you can focus on to make sure your videos are going to perform well in the future. Number one, you want to improve your camera presence as much as possible, because to be honest, if you are very boring to listen to and you are not animated, at least to some extent, unfortunately in this day and age, nobody's going to want to listen to you. Now, I'm not saying you have to completely fake your camera persona and your online persona, absolutely not, but you have to talk in a way that's actually engaging and interesting to people, and also that is easy to understand. You want to plan and script your videos to make the recording process fast, but also get your point across a lot more concisely and faster than if you are just trying to freestyle the whole thing. Once you reach the requirements of getting 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers on your channel, turn on monetization as soon as possible. I noticed that on my channel, the videos that are monetized and have a lot of ads in them actually get pushed out a lot more by the YouTube algorithm, which, to be honest, if we think about it, it makes sense, because YouTube actually makes way more money, or they only make money on videos that are monetized and that have ads on them. So they have an incentive to push that content more than the content that is not monetized. You might want to ask your viewers for engagement, like clicking the like button and any questions, so they comment something, which is going to increase your overall engagement on your video, which helps with the algorithm as well. Last but not least, I highly recommend you to stick to an upload schedule, even if it's just 1 video a week. Just stick to it, because trust me, long-term consistency beats short-term volume all the time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see how much money I'm making from this here YouTube channel, check out this other video that I made about how much money I made last month. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.